Only a few months remain before the world witnesses the final preparation of Brazil ahead of the historic 2026 FIFA World Cup. And now, the Seleção are preparing for two of the toughest battles they will face before the tournament begins. Two high-intensity friendlies against France and Croatia. But here's the twist that has electrified Brazilian fans worldwide. Carlo Ancelotti is secretly building a master plan for these matches, a plan so bold and so strategic that it could completely redefine Brazil's World Cup journey. These will not be normal friendlies. These will not be experimental games. These are Brazil's final test matches, their last opportunity to shape the perfect squad before stepping onto the biggest stage in world football. Ancelotti knows this. The players know this. And now, the world is waiting to see which warriors Ancelotti chooses to unleash. Welcome to today's video, where we reveal the 5 players Ancelotti is planning to include in his final squad, the 5 men he believes can terrify even the strongest opponents, including France and Croatia. So sit back and watch till the very end, because this is not just football news, this is the blueprint of Brazil's World Cup destiny. Brazil has already played several friendlies to prepare for the 2026 World Cup. Earlier, Ancelotti used matches against South Korea and Japan for experimentation, testing new players, different systems, and tactical adjustments. But according to multiple reports, that phase is now over. Those were Ancelotti's last true experiment matches. From now on, the Italian mastermind is focused on one thing alone: building the deadliest, strongest, most complete Brazil squad possible. And that journey resumes in March 2026, when Brazil meets two giants of European football, France and Croatia. These matches are not just big, they are absolutely crucial. Why? Because Brazil has already completed all of their World Cup qualifying matches. These two upcoming friendlies are the final matches Brazil will play before the 2026 World Cup. After these games, there is no more testing, no more experimenting, no more chances to fix problems. Ancelotti himself confirmed this, saying, "These matches are extremely important for us. After these games, we have no more matches before the World Cup. Through these games, we will create the strongest squad possible and prepare the players mentally and physically for the tournament." So now the world is asking, what is Ancelotti planning? Which players will carry Brazil forward? Who will be his secret weapons? And today, we are revealing the 5 players Ancelotti is putting his trust in. 5 players who will not only strengthen Brazil, but also strike fear into France and Croatia. We begin with a name that has exploded into headlines across Europe: Igor Thiago, the Brazilian striker who is tearing apart Premier League defenses every single week. He is currently one of the most in-form forwards in England, scoring in almost every match he plays. With 11 goals already, he sits among the league's top scorers, proving that he deserves a real shot at Brazil's number 9 position, one of Brazil's biggest weaknesses in recent years. Although Ancelotti hasn't officially confirmed his selection yet, experts believe Thiago is extremely close to entering the squad. Brazil has been desperate for a natural finisher, a striker who can bully defenders, finish chances, and force opponents to respect Brazil's attack. Igor Thiago could be exactly that weapon. If he is included, he will instantly become one of the biggest threats to France and Croatia. At number 4 and number 3, we have two giants of modern football, Casemiro and Bruno Guimarães. These two midfielders are not just playing well, they are dominating for their clubs. Casemiro remains one of the strongest defensive midfielders in the world, and his leadership, experience, and unmatched ability to break opposition attacks make him invaluable. Alongside him stands Bruno Guimarães, a player blessed with vision, passing accuracy, and tactical intelligence. Whenever these two wear the Brazil shirt, the team looks complete, balanced, and dangerous. Together, they form a midfield partnership that can suffocate opponents, dictate the tempo, and help Brazil control the game from start to finish. Against France's world-class midfield and Croatia's legendary midfield strength, Casemiro and Bruno will be Brazil's biggest weapons in the center of the pitch. Ancelotti sees them as automatic starters, and they are expected to terrorize opponents in these upcoming matches. At number 2, we have the superstar of Real Madrid in Brazil, Vinícius Júnior. Vini is currently playing some of the best football of his career, destroying La Liga defenses with his speed, dribbling, and finishing ability. Under Carlo Ancelotti, Vini has improved dramatically, becoming more complete, more confident, and more deadly. Whenever Vini plays for Brazil, especially under Ancelotti's system, he becomes a nightmare for defenders. France and Croatia both rely heavily on structured defenses, but Vini is the type of player who can completely break that structure in a split second. One cut, one sprint, one moment of magic, and the game changes instantly. Ancelotti knows this, and that is why Vini will be one of the key players Brazil depends on in March. And finally, at number 1, we have the player everyone is talking about, the young, electrifying, unstoppable star of Chelsea, Estevão Willian. At just a teenager, Estevão has already become a fan favorite at Chelsea. His dribbling, his speed, his creativity, and his fearless playing style have made him one of the most exciting young talents in world football. In Brazil's last matches, he scored whenever he stepped onto the field. He plays with confidence beyond his age. And now, Ancelotti sees him as one of Brazil's biggest future weapons. Many believe Estevão will be one of the biggest surprises for France and Croatia because he brings unpredictability, flair, and a spark of magic that can change everything. Will these 5 players be included in Brazil's squad for the upcoming matches? And more importantly, can Brazil defeat France and Croatia with this lineup? Let us know in the comments. And if you're a true Brazil fan and want to get every update before anyone else, make sure to subscribe to our channel right now.